Good morning, everyone. Kansas Sports HQ here. Episode 47 kicking off. We're going to have a few guests today, but as always, Dave Bush, Sheldon Howell, Sean Cutler on the eve of Christmas Eve. How are you guys doing today?
Eve 2.0.
It'd be
Good.
like Eve negative 1.0.
Oh, backwards Eve.
Yeah.
Backwards.
It's the pre-Eve.
It's the eve of the eve, you know?
The pre-Eve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Good little pump this morning.
Shoot, great little win last night.
I didn't watch much of the game.
Well, Phillip Rivers is dicing you up
There for a little bit.
there for the whole thing.
No.
Yep.
He threw a pick
Okay.
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That wasn't
A
on him,
pick
though.
six. Yeah.
It wasn't on him.
It wasn't on him, but still, I mean,
That wasn't on him.
the Niners won by 21 points. Come on.
Yeah, Brock, 5 tutties.
Yeah.
Just in the face
Go ahead, haters.
Of the biggest Brock hater in the world,
Not
Sheldon
a Brock
Howell.
hater. Not at all.
Cannot stand the fact
He's
that
an
Brock Purdy
He's just an
is getting
overpaid
paid,
average quarterback.
even though he has a better playoff record than 95% of the quarterbacks in the league.
Football is a team sport.
It is. And
It starts
it
with the
showed
quarterback.
yesterday. Last night was a great little matchup. I thought it was just going to be an absolute shootout the whole game, and then, a couple defensive things there. The Niners haven't punted in 2 games since November 30th.
Well, at least you win when you don't punt.
We
Yeah.
don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, and then I wish there was a stat for like a tipped ball interception that would go on the receiver or whatnot, just because it would be funny to see how many receivers actually catch the ball versus tip the ball in for an interception.
Are you talking about Brock's interception?
Yeah,
Because, that was still on him, though.
yeah, I mean, it was a high ball
Yeah,
for
he
sure,
should've
but
put
the
that on the
stat,
numbers.
that stat across the league though, like something that pumps somebody in the chest and pops straight up,
would be interesting because, I've seen that happen multiple times in the last few years from Iowa wide receivers. It's just like, let me catch with my pads, and then just a
intercept.
defensive lineman catches it somehow.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but whatever.
Yeah, so Sheldon, we're going to have the Aeros FC on.
Yeah.
And kind of give us some background on that. They are exclusively training here at Wichita Parisi. So fill in the gaps before Allie joins us.
Yeah, we're year 2 working with them. So first year, they've had a bunch of different changes within the organization too, but we are, essentially their in-season mainly, a little bit of preseason too, but they're, performance coaches. So they come and work with us a little bit of preseason into the season. So we create maintenance programs and, just in-season programming for them. And then they come once a week as a team to work with us here. Kind of a cool, it's a local, women's semi-professional team that plays here. The more that I learn about it, it's actually pretty similar to like what we do with KCLB stuff, but for women's soccer. So kind of a neat deal, but they don't have many active, they have a few active high school players. I think they have a few active college players, but then the majority of their players are actually, post-college. So post-grad, but they travel around. I'm still learning a little bit about the league, actually. So I think there's been some changes there too. They have a new head coach this year. Just different pieces that are moving around. So Allie will be able to kind of fill some of that in.
Nice. Yeah, we went to a few games, last year?
Yeah, they play
And
over here at the
Sports Zone?
Sports Zone. Yeah, whatever. Over indoor facility over here. And I don't know, indoor soccer is kind of different in comparison to always, seeing outdoor, but it's definitely smaller space, a little bit quicker pace, and
Way more physical.
yeah. Well, that was, I think, a big part of their issues last year is they weren't very physical. Like when we would watch them play, it was always kind of timid, but I think this year's starting off a little bit better, so that's good. So I think they're 2-1 this year. Last year they went defeated, so I don't know what they did. I think that was year 2 maybe in their program. I think they had a year before that as well too. I don't know how they did that year, but it's definitely a growing thing because I know that there's quite a bit of that's what we were talking about the first day they were here. Is there's quite a bit of like college athletes that are participating. So
Morning.
Good morning, Allie. How are you?
Morning. Good. How
Welcome,
are you guys?
welcome to Kansas Sports HQ.
Wow.
there she is. What's up?
What's up?
How was the trip home?
Oh man, it was long.
Yeah. Allie is a world traveler. She's also a Green Bay Packers fan. So, you know,
Man, go Pack go.
yeah, there you go. She went up. What game did you go to?
At Lambeau,
Yeah.
the Packer Bears
Yeah, the
game.
first one. Yeah. When
Mhm.
we actually played decent football. I like that.
Yep, the one
Well,
we won.
yeah, hopefully we get back to that here pretty soon. We'll see. But awesome. Well, we're excited to have you on. Just want to kind of talk, get to know you a little bit and just kind of talk about your guys' programs with the Arrows, just different things, the origin of that, where it kind of came from. So, really kind of the point of the podcast is just we want to highlight all of that stuff. We want to talk about local sports. We want to talk about local people doing cool stuff in our community. So, give us a little bit of your background, just kind of, where you're from, where you played, just kind of your sports journey kind of leading up into Arrows being a thing.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Iowa, so born and raised in Iowa.
Nice, Sean. Another Iowan.
Oh, Sean, you're from Iowa?
I am. Yep.
Are you an Iowa State or Iowa fan?
Uh, so I'm not really either. I don't really care.
Oh,
But because I
interesting.
went to UNI, so I'm supposed to be
Oh, okay.
a Panther fan. But we grew up. Well, we're from Council Bluffs, so we're right on the border of Omaha.
Yeah, my mom's from Council Bluffs. Her whole family lives out there.
Really?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Small
Yeah.
world. We're bringing
So
Iowa here.
my family was more like either a Husker fan or a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah.
But my mom went to Iowa State. She's an Iowa State fan. My brother went to Iowa. He's an Iowa fan. So it's just we're all over the place.
Nice.
We
We're
just-
big Iowa fans here in the office.
You are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am not.
Okay.
I'm a Buckeye.
Okay.
Oh, how'd that come about?
I'm from there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's talking.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
My head is covering your face on my
Oh,
phone.
nice.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, Buckeye.
I'm from Ohio.
Okay, nice.
So
Very cool.
I don't really care about Iowa, but it's there.
Okay.
This guy.
Well, thanks. Okay, well, yeah, born and raised, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Then I went to play soccer at the University of Northern Iowa. So I spent all 4 years there. And then, after college, I, like most people, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So moved to Wichita, Kansas. My brother had lived there at the time for like 8 years. So I was like, I'll just go join my brother in Wichita, see what's going on. And I think there's a really like close knit soccer community. Just playing at Sports Zone and getting asked to play in random tournaments that we would go down to in Oklahoma, and just starting to build that community of soccer. And then Arrow was formed in 2021. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell us, so with Arrows, I was kind of trying to explain it a little bit when we started this, because my translation of it anyway is it's kind of, it's semi-professional soccer. So it's, developed, I think, kind of for the idea at least originates from trying to offer soccer as a post grad type style of play. But I think that that's kind of evolved a little bit to where it's, you guys have some active players, you have active high school, active college kids that are, spending at least some time playing with you guys, maybe not the whole season with you, but
yeah,
and that's for baseball, for what we talk about on here quite a bit. And KCLB, which is the baseball league that we run, it's very similar. We have, guys that are in high school that are going to college, guys that are in college mainly, and then we also have some post grad guys that play for us. And so that's kind of what it makes sense to me in my brain. But you tell us kind of tell us a little bit about the league, kind of the framework and what the idea behind the whole league, I guess, is.
yeah. Well, the league started like when we formed, it was called the PASL, Premier Arena Soccer League. But you're pretty spot on, Sheldon. And then the MASLW, which is what we play in now, basically bought PASL. So now it's the Major Arena Soccer League. For the women's side, they added that last year. So this will be our second season in that. It started, yes, as just a way to be competitive after college, after being especially a college athlete. It's like, how do I find ways to still compete? And this was a space for that. And then for Aero, our mission has always been kind of bigger than that. It's always been, how can we be role models for youth to look up to? Like, how can we help develop them more? Which kind of transitioned into, well, we're getting older. Our competition's getting younger, so we have to find a way to still be competitive in this space. And so, yes, we brought on some younger girls, started to build connections with girls that just get out of college. We have a couple high school girls. And for our high schoolers, like what I hope they get out of it, because they're playing against a lot of girls that have played at all levels of soccer in college, but we also play against girls who are retired from the NWSL. So there's like a lot of opportunity to just play against good competitive players, and as they can get a little bit more of that college style play that they don't see in high school or high school club. You're kind of playing against more veterans. And so I hope it challenges them more and brings them up a different level as they enter college and can be a little bit more ready for that physicality. The indoor space is super physical because it's so small and so fast paced, and you're just getting rocked every play. So hopefully that's building them up and preparing them for college.
Yeah, that was another thing I mentioned as we started, the games that we've gone to. Just watching indoor is just way different than outdoor. And you can just tell, obviously you're inside, but just the pace of the play and the back and forth is just so much quicker. It reminds me more so of like watching hockey kind of because of
Yeah.
I guess the arenas are very similar, but it's very back and forth. Ball travels, every single one of you guys can kick it goal to goal there, no problem.
Yeah.
And so the ball just, not to mention it bounces off the walls and goes all over the place. That's my question. Is there a little bit of strategy there, like using the walls to your advantage in some aspects? Like, do you guys give yourself like alley-oop dunk kicks kind of a thing?
Yeah, you can use the ball to get different angles on passes, or um yeah, there's, especially when you're down and you're like attacking third, playing it off the wall, it's super hard to defend because it's unpredictable. You don't know how it's going to come off the wall. But
Hmm.
one, if you play it beyond like the defender, their back is to the ball, so the ball bounces off the wall and they have to react. And then our girls make that run onto it and just easy finish. But yeah, there's definitely strategy with using the walls. There's strategy with the whole indoor game. Like, it's taken a lot to learn the different style of play for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to watch for sure because it's
especially when you're on like the glass side.
yeah. Well, like I said,
Somebody gets checked right into you.
just
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
You're pounding on the wall, Dave.
Yeah.
Like, let's
No, I
go.
wasn't pounding on the wall. I just, I was like,
Yeah.
dang, I was reliving my childhood because my sister played competitive soccer through college.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that was, I always went to their indoor games and enjoyed, some of the popcorn and then just the carnage per se.
Yeah.
But you
Oh, yeah.
mentioned something that we talk about often on this, on the HQ. After college competition, when you were done with your playing days at the collegiate level and you were looking for something to really find that, I guess, that craving to compete,
Yeah.
that transition is pretty wild because of the structures that you have in college and all of that good stuff. What was your take on that? And you probably founded this team, so in the grand scheme of things, why did you do it?
Yeah, I did not found the team. I was not involved in the like origination. I came on after one season as like an owner just to help elevate the organization even more. But back to your initial question, like yeah, the transition out of college is really hard. I think that if you look back your whole life, you're in sports, right? Like most people that play college sports were playing some sort of sport when they're 4 or 5, and then you play all the way through college. You have that structure, you have that schedule, and then you transition to like adulthood in real life where you're working a job and you're trying to figure out like, yeah, how do I have time to compete or to continue to push myself or stay active? Um, and that is hard. I mean, you just join leagues, but it's not that serious, right? So you're like, "Oh, man, I'll dial it back," and you just kinda you do crave that. I mean, I was lucky or we were lucky and blessed in Wichita that, you know, someone did start the team for that space to be, and when I was asked to, "Hey, will you come to a practice?" I'm like, "What are we what's what are we doing? What's the sport? Like, what's this league?" Never had heard of it, and I didn't even know indoor arena soccer was a thing. So, it was just like, "Well, heck yeah, I'll play." And then from there, you start to see the potential of the team and what it can grow into. You start to realize the impact of it. And it's not just some old girls getting together and playing soccer. Like it is bigger than that. It's, a way to continue to tap into that competitive side and find purpose outside of work. And yeah, fuel that competitive energy within you. So
Yeah. So, when you look across the league, what's travel look like? How do you guys go about that? What's your farthest trip across the other teams in the league?
yeah, we are now lucky that our division is more centralized. When we first formed, we were having to travel to San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, like 8 to 10 to 12-hour drives just to play. So now we're lucky and we have multiple teams in Wichita. We have Tulsa team, Oklahoma City team. So that's as far as we go is Oklahoma City, or Tulsa. So much, much more manageable travel wise.
What are the other teams in Wichita?
Luck.
There is
Well,
what?
I asked her. No big deal.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
I just knew of the Luck because we just talked about them. Because the
Oh,
Aeros just we beat them, so we just wanted to make sure that we said that.
yeah, Wichita Luck and then the ICT Aztecs. So
They
they're
they play at the same place then.
Uh, us and the Aztecs both play at Sports Zone, and the Luck, they play well, the name has changed like 5 times, Hartman
Hartman,
Arena, Park
Park
City
City
Arena,
Arena.
Oh,
something
okay.
now. But yeah, they practice elsewhere, and then they play at the arena with the Wings, so
Is there some kind of postseason involved? Like if you win your division?
yes, each winner of the division moves on to, nationals. So I don't know that they've announced where nationals is. Last year it was in Des Moines. But
Oh,
yeah, basically the
nice.
All
the
roads
winners
lead
of,
to Iowa.
yeah, the winners of each division go up and play. So
I I have to throw this plug in here. We do have a bus. It does
hey,
work.
Eh,
It just
hey,
won't be
Sheldon's
traveling in
Sheldon's
luxury.
shaking his head. I don't know.
Say what?
Sheldon's shaking his head.
I just know all of you girls, and I that ain't gonna work for you guys. I don't
That's
think.
funny.
Oh, we can Rough Friday if we need,
A
Sheldon.
handful of you probably could,
Yeah.
but a handful of you I do not expect to
Is the top
make it.
closed yet? Or
Exactly.
I just have to fix that.
So
Buddy.
tell me, obviously with the team, my question is kind of more so, how do you guys go about structuring, the infrastructure of the team, right? Like, so you're a owner or part owner, co-owner, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple other girls I think that are involved in that as well. You guys have a new coach this year, which I know has been something that's been helpful for you guys just through our conversations. And then, we obviously, coach you guys as well. But walk us through kind of the infrastructure. How does it all work kind of behind the scenes, at least on the structure side? And then how do you guys go about like actually doing everything, right? Because you got to have community support. You're going to have to raise some funds. You got to be able to do stuff there to make this, dream of all of this work. Right. So let us into a little bit of that side of stuff, right? Like who are the people that are helping you guys behind the scenes? Let's give them a little bit of limelight because I mean, just from like baseball side of things, I mean, I know you're traveling to Tulsa a few times, like you're going to these different places like that the costs add up, right? So
Yeah.
how's that infrastructure kind of work and what all are you guys doing there?
Yeah. It is a lot on the back end. So Emma is a part owner with me, and Anna Guerrero. They are both part owners. We call ourselves the board. We're a board, and so we kind of do all the business admin stuff, splitting between the three of us. We all have different strengths, if you will. So we all focus on those and just work together as a board. So we have different like community relationships that are managed. We have community events that we like to be a part of. Someone manages that. We have the social media, the all of that stuff. So yeah, we manage all that. And then we have another subset board members, Fernando and Fred, who just help with like more of the game day events because it is hard. Like Emma, Anna just came on this year, so Emma and I have been on board since 2022, I think. So Emma and I, like, our biggest feedback was like, hey, on game days, we don't want to be stressed about game day. Like, we want to play, we want to, because your mind is just everywhere. You're not even focused on the game. You're focused on the fan experience. Like, are people having a good time? Like, is everything going right? So this year we brought on Fernando and Fred to really be like, okay, you guys manage all the game day stuff. We want nothing to do with it. Like, you make the decisions, you guys run it. Like, we trust you, make
Fred
it
is a
fun. So
perfect crowd guy. So that fits him very well, I think.
yes, that is his title's like fan experience
Yeah.
manager, right? Like he, yes, does a great job of making it entertaining and engaging for the fans. And then Fernando is just running like kind of all like making sure the game day staff, everyone has what they need, troubleshooting, which in our last home game, power blew out. And, Fernando's having to run around and figure out how to get power back on so we can play music and make announcements. So yeah, like I don't want to stress about that when I'm trying to play a game. um, so yeah, that's kind of our structure there. And then our coaches, like our head coach, Colin Lauter, and then assistant coach, Stephen Hammerski, like we just want them to focus on coaching. We don't want them focused on any of the business stuff. We don't want them spending extra time on that because we don't want them to get burnt out on both ends. We want you guys just focused on coaching, and that's really so far worked really well this season. To have that intentionality with practice plans and strategy for games and tactics. So that's been, yeah, a really good improvement for our group this year.
I love it. So do the players pay to play with you guys? Are you guys fundraising for players? Do
Yeah.
they, how does that side of it work? Because that obviously is got to be somewhat of a, backbone of how you guys are able to raise funds and be able to do things. Obviously, I think you have some sponsors and we can mention those guys and
Yeah.
gals, but how does everything tick from a financial standpoint?
Yeah, that's good question. So that is something that we really pride ourselves on at Aero is like we want the player experience to be like up here, right? We don't want them to pay for anything. So we do have like tryouts and a tryout fee, and that's essentially all the girls pay out of their pocket to join the team. And so all we ask in return is like their commitment, and then when we do fundraisers that they help us. But outside of that, like we pay for travel, we if we do overnights, we pay for the overnight stay, we provide breakfast, we try to do those things, we provide training tops, well, our warm-up tops for games and, our jerseys and all that, like, we provide. So, we do try to make sure the girls spend as little as possible to play. Yeah, and our biggest fundraisers, yeah, we do a golf tournament every year. So that's really our biggest fundraiser that sets us up for success in season, and it's been a lot of fun. We learn a lot every year on how to run that tournament a little bit better. So we do that, and then we do a couple just like little fundraisers throughout season to raise money. And then, yes, we heavily rely on our sponsors and partners in the community. Our biggest sponsor is the zoo, the Sedgwick County Zoo. You see them on front of our uniform, and that is all credit to Emma. That is her relationship. She has worked really hard to build that relationship and to get that sponsorship. And it's something that we're just really proud of because the zoo, historically, they had never sponsored anything, and we were the first organization that they sponsored. So I think that spoke volumes to just like they saw what we were doing in the community and what we were doing with youth, and they wanted to be a part of it. And so, yeah, all credit to Emma on that one. But that's been our biggest sponsor, and just, yeah, really cool and definitely helps things run easier on the business side.
100%. Well, and it's good, it's always good to hear in the community how different organizations help the local organizations, right? Like because
Yeah.
I'm always a big supporter in, if you guys if anybody when I say you guys, I'm talking like our community.
Yeah.
If people want stuff to have in our community and do things in our community, we got to support each other. Like it doesn't get much simpler than that, and
Yeah.
it people overcomplicate that way, way, way too much, and they get behind the keyboard and just always scrutinizing and always complaining and always this, that, and the other. When it's like, if you're not interested in it, you don't have to tell everybody else. Like, that's okay. Like, you can not be interested and still be nice. Like, that you can do it that way too. Or you could maybe show up on a Friday night and just go experience it and pay the $7 or I don't even know what your guys' tickets cost, but it ain't that expensive. I promise you. Like, just go and support it. Like, go be a part of it and just support something that's local and, try to keep things like that around. And the more of that mentality that we do, the better. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of the idea is that little bit goes a long ways for organizations. I mean, our story on that side of things, we charge $2 for our baseball games, and people just bitch and complain about it all the time. Like,
Oh my gosh.
just complain. Like, and we're like, dude, it's $2. Like, we're just trying to make enough money to, pay for the baseballs. Like, like, just have some salve about it. Like, it's just people, they just enjoy complaining. So, that side of
Yeah.
it's cool to hear. It's cool to hear that you have some organizational help and some people around you. So shout out to the entire team, the whole staff behind the scenes. It's you got to be selfless to do it because I know your guys' practice times are insane. Like the stuff that you guys are, essentially just kind of left with to be able to keep it going is tough, right? Because you guys are working full-time jobs and practicing at 11 o'clock at night on Tuesdays. Like it's a wild
Yeah.
schedule, and you got a lot of the gals have kids, like they have families, like it's so it's not a super convenient thing, but they're doing it for the love of the game, which I think is awesome. And they're trying to do something that's cool for our community, which ultimately at the end of the day is what it should be about. But so that
Yeah.
side of it is awesome. I appreciate, the stuff that you're doing. What are so at the golf tournament, we obviously do a golf tournament too. Do you have your golf tournament set for this upcoming year? Do you know details on that? Do you want to shout that out a little bit at all?
We haven't booked it yet, but that's a good reminder that the earlier
We
we
haven't
schedule
done ours either, so
the earlier we schedule it, the better. But we have been doing it at Sand Creek out in Newton. That's where we've done it the last two summers, and we've loved it. Like they're really great partners on the event. Like they help a lot, and it's a nice course, and
Great course.
everyone has fun.
Great.
So a little bit of a drive, but think it's worth
It's
it.
always worth it to drive up there.
That place is nice.
Looks. I think we better mark it
They
in our
asked
calendars.
They asked us to be in it last year, but
I
it was
know,
in July.
I had something going
Yeah.
on too. I can't remember. But
Yeah,
I think it was
we'll
just
probably
working,
try
so.
to do it sooner, maybe May or June.
May would be good.
Just
Oh,
for
okay.
us doing it, man.
Yeah, is there
for us,
specific
if
Please
dates?
rearrange your entire structure
Yeah,
around the
yeah,
staff.
yeah.
We want to play it safe.
Yeah, how about you guys just tell me what
Yeah.
date?
No problem. Let you know.
Question on your golf tournament: do you do any fun like soccer style games? Like at our golf tournament, we're baseball, so we do a lot of fun baseball things.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you see foot golf on reels and stuff like that. That would be, you know, a foot golf putting contest would be neat. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
throwing
we
out some ideas.
do a kick to tee off hole. So you can kick the ball, and wherever it lands is where you tee off from.
A
So it doesn't
soccer
count.
ball, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's like you can pay a little extra to have an Aero girl do it, or you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm having
it is fun.
Anna's doing it for us for sure.
Well, it's fun because it turns into just a competition between like the team of 4. Like they all want to see who can kick it further.
Uh-huh.
So then they're, can I re-kick? Yeah, sure. As long as you pay. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
$5.
Keep the money rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one. And then this year we did like a DJ hole. That's not soccer related, but we did a DJ hole, and that was really fun.
What's that?
Only got a couple noise complaints, but it's worth
What's
it.
the DJ hole? Explain it.
We have a DJ, he's playing music, and then essentially there's like a menu of different things you can buy. So like you can pay for like an annoying song to play for the next team, or like a specific request on a specific person to play while they tee off. Or you can request a song, or you can also pay to like not have any music playing if you would like. But it's just like a fun, DJ hole.
Interesting.
Nice.
Kind of
That's
sounds similar to the heckle hole that we have.
Kind of.
It's
Yeah.
essentially like a heckle hole, but with the DJ. So
Yeah.
You do like
it's fun.
you maybe do like have one of your players try to set up a goal out there and have the golfers try to defend a kick, and then if they do it, move the tee box up or something like that, or take a
That's
stroke
an
off.
injury,
I don't know.
just an injury.
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
How about-
They're
what-
drunk. They don't care.
What about like a goalie throw?
I'm not like fitting a goal in my car.
I don't know. You maybe make it a small
Not a
goal.
pop-up goal.
It can be the small
Oh,
Oh,
one.
yeah, a pop up.
Most of the
Then
time,
they
they're
block
not going
a
to stop it anyways. Who
Yeah.
cares?
They drive their cart through it.
They got to put their
Well-
body on the ball.
It gets somebody. Somebody's always got. Everybody knows somebody with a truck.
Watch out for our imagination. It gets crazy for golf tournaments.
Yeah, I should have came to you guys sooner for some ideas.
You know, like an overhead throw in.
A header.
See who, whatever. Overhead throw in from chipping
the golf
distance.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Uh,
Try to head one in the hole. No.
no.
Nah, I don't
No.
know how that would work.
Okay.
What are some events and stuff? I know a good chunk of you guys are coaches for other teams, right? If I'm correct.
Yes, some of us, yes, coach.
What are some other like youth connections, outreach stuff you guys do?
Well, yeah, I guess mostly it is through girls that are coaching or involved with a team. Some examples are like this summer we had a club team come to one of our futsal practices. Well, they practiced right before us, and then they joined in our practice, and we like scrimmaged them. We have like visited club team practices before and ran a couple drills. So we do that, and then we will be having for the rest of our home games. We didn't have anything at our first home game, but at the rest of them, we invite different teams out to either walk out with us or come to the game, and they'll be involved in like halftime games, mini games that Fred will run. So that's like our youth engagement. We have also volunteered at schools before, or when a school puts on an event, I don't know, I don't know what it's called. They have different booths and stuff throughout the day, and so we've done that before where we've ran like a gym session with kids. But I will say probably our biggest thing, or the thing we're most proud of when it comes to youth, is we have an equipment program. It's like a scholarship that we do. And so essentially we just donate equipment to low income schools or schools in need that don't have the funds to provide sport equipment for PE, recess, whatever it might be, just to like cultivate a sports culture at the school. So we do have our first recipient that we just awarded. So we'll be getting
Wichita
their
Breezy.
You guys didn't apply.
I don't
We-
think we need to.
Is
We
there
have more equipment that accumulates here than
People
we
leave
know
stuff
what
here all
to
the
do.
there's a
with.
couple buckets that are hitting?
Maybe we should donate.
I
can't.
Is there
donate
a
other people's
mascot in the
stuff away.
future? As you know, we do baseball, and you can see behind Sean, there's a few mascot heads that we
Yeah.
have that run around town, the towns that we're in, and we know that brings a lot of community engagement. Is there a mascot in the future?
Well, you guys are the ones with all the ideas. So
Mm.
what do you think a good mascot for Wichita Aero FC would be?
We'd have to think about it.
Is there a? I don't think that soccer teams do mascots, do they?
That's why you set it apart.
Yeah, you guys could be the Savannah Bananas of the soccer realm.
There's
Make
always
it a
that.
banana.
What is it? What is an arrow?
Aeroplane, aerospace.
Well, yeah, I think the name
So you can
originated from
yeah, make it an airplane.
aerospace.
Pilot.
So yeah, just have a pilot
A
walking around.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest. What are they called? Air person. What are they? Flight attendant.
Oh my goodness.
No, you have to have something that connects with the fans.
Everybody knows
Okay.
what a flight attendant is.
On your equipment stuff, is that are you guys still doing the scholarship program? Like, is that all kind of one thing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
that's
Sorry.
what that is. Yeah.
That makes sense then.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Do you-
wondering. I remember reading about the scholarship deal, which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really cool that you are impacting that way, because I don't know of any other ones, especially around here, that I've ever seen that are trying to kind of tap back into the community there and give something back, because I think that's why soccer is probably the most played sport in the world, just because it's, relatively low equipment needs and you can play it literally just about anywhere.
Wasn't sure where you're gonna go with that, Sheldon.
Oh, whoa.
There's
That's really-
definitely
Don't get too.
Like the
there's
easiest
definitely
sport.
mascots all over the world for soccer.
Hey, I'm a soccer. Calm down over there, right field.
What?
You're trying to be a hater. I'm not hating on
Sheldon
soccer.
is hating on
You're
soccer. He hates Brock
crazy.
Purdy and he hates soccer. That's all.
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna get known for all of these things.
Actually, I did have a question. To go back to Iowa, what high school did you go to? Council Bluffs.
Abraham Lincoln High School.
No way. All right. Well, that's where all my family went as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys didn't know each other.
I don't know. Yeah, my grandparents. Well, my grandma still lives right down the road on Morningside Avenue on the corner. Yeah, my mom, all my aunts and uncles went to Abraham Lincoln. Do you? I don't know if when he stopped teaching, but my grandpa Mick Freeman taught there forever. I don't know if you know.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah.
Cross country coach.
Yeah,
he-
yeah. Long
He
time.
coached my brothers.
Yeah, that's
both of them.
awesome.
They know
That's-
each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
Cutlers do you know?
No, she doesn't know any color. This is all my mom's side.
Oh.
Freeman's.
Oh, you know a lot of Freemans.
Oh my gosh! What a small world.
Yeah.
No, my brothers. I didn't get coached by Mick, but they speaks very highly of him.
Oh yeah.
So,
He's
great guy.
they're still doing his run out at Lake Manawa every year.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, nice.
yeah,
Yes.
that's cool though. I was like, oh, maybe by chance she went to the one high school.
You guys just became best friends. This is great.
That's cool though.
I
That's
knew
really
this
cool.
podcast had a purpose.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Guys, I'm
Right.
finding mascots.
Oh goodness.
Oh my gosh.
What are some of the kind of future plans for the team? You know, what are some obviously
Hmm.
winning games is on the radar this year, so we got to love that. That's starting to happen. But
Hey, currently have a winning record.
yeah, yeah,
Saying.
it's gonna stay too. We're gonna
It's
keep winning.
early days, but I'm just saying.
Well,
Yeah.
well, let's talk about that a little bit. Obviously,
Oh,
last
yeah.
year, went through a little bit of a rough patch, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
a defeated season was not the most fun, I am sure. Maybe, give a little insight on how you guys dealt with that, right? Because that's adversity, and we obviously have athletes on here all the time. And, adversity is just something that hits everybody in sports at some time, and you got to be able to, push through it and stay the course, right? I think that you guys obviously realigned. You started to build a staff that made sense. You started putting things together. So we talked about that. But, what were some of the points that, during the time frame of losing games, like what was going through your head? How did you deal with that? How did you keep the girls together? Like what were the things that you were able to kind of, do and then be able to push through?
Yeah. I think it's hard because honestly, last season, it's like you're just surviving each game. You're like, okay, here we go again. Then the minute you get down, you're like, here we go again. Like, let's just, in those moments, it's like, do what you can, control what you can, give all your effort, and, reset after season, I guess. Like, it got to the point where it was just hard to believe we could even win a game. Like, it just felt like such a unattainable goal to win a game. And I think, like, our biggest heartbreak was down in Tulsa where, we're like, "Okay, this is the game. This is the game we're gonna get our win. This is the game," and it goes to overtime, and we lose golden goal. Like, they score in the first minute or 2. And yeah, I think from an ownership perspective, like getting with Emma, it's like, we have to make changes. Like something has to change. This is not the expectation of this organization. Like this organization has been held at this on this pedestal and we're just performing underneath the bar every time. Like something's got to change. And I think what's really cool is that when we reset in the off season, we made our changes, we restructured, we did all this stuff. It was really cool to see all of our girls come back. The ones that didn't it was like nothing to do with the organization. It's life things, having kids, whatever. But I think it was really telling to just the culture inside our locker room, if you will, that everyone was willing to come back, give it a chance, and fight. And then you see that team out on the field. And after our last home game, we had so many people say to us, like, that is the best we've seen you guys look in 3 years or whatever. Like, we've come to every game since you guys were formed. That's the best you guys have looked. So I think it's just now we have the belief, now we have the momentum, and we know we're going to still run into bumps here and there throughout season, but we have a great coaching staff and we have leaders on the team that just continue to lift everyone up and push us through. So
How many red cards have there been? I mean, if you guys got more physical and you're starting to body people up, I mean, any red cards out there or no?
Red cards are pretty hard to get in indoor. That it's actually kind of impressive if you do wind
Or
up with
like
a
an
red.
elbow,
Oh,
like a
dang, just,
true.
like, line up
But
and just
blue
get them?
card, it's just like hockey. Like we get the blue cards where you're penalized for 2 minutes. So you play a man down, you go in your little like penalty box and sit out. So
You have to
there's
sit there
blue
in your own
cards.
thoughts. Look what you
I will
did.
say we have not. I mean, knock on wood, we have not gotten a blue card yet this season. Which
Why doesn't indoor soccer allow you guys to just square up like
Yeah.
hockey?
Drop the cleats.
I don't know. I don't
Kickbox.
know
I
if we'd want to
guess,
open
yeah.
up.
You got to drop something.
Yeah,
I
you
guess,
can't
I
drop
don't
the
know.
gloves. You're not wearing gloves
Yeah.
unless you're
We
gold.
don't have helmets or pads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drop the cleats.
Yeah, you start untying.
So you
your
can't
shoes.
like, you
The
can't
other
like
girl
kick them with
starts
the cleat.
There you go. Yeah, they both start untying their shoes, and everybody in the
Yeah,
crowd's
you
like,
gotta get rid of the weapon, yeah.
let's do it.
And then somebody can't untie it, so it's taking really long. It's like, all right, the moment's passed, guys.
Yeah, put your shoes
Yeah.
back on. No penalty.
Somebody runs out there with Hulk hands and they just go.
Oh my god!
I think that would be. You guys should
See,
submit
look,
that as a
Oh,
rule
man.
change.
guys,
That'd be fun.
pitch it to the league. I don't know. I don't want
Well,
to fight.
put us
I'm
in
Why
sure-
contact
why is
with the
hockey
league,
the only
you know?
sport that you can fight in? I just
Well, you
don't
can fight
understand.
baseball.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but the penalties are different.
or you
Like
can punch
baseball,
a
you're getting
fan
if you
at a
punch somebody
football
in
game.
baseball, you're getting ejected. In hockey, you just go sit in a corner for a couple minutes and then you get to come back out.
Boy, hockey's great. We need to get into hockey more.
You know what I mean? Like that would be cool for soccer too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because their helmets and stuff fall off. Like, dude, just let them scrap it out for a little bit, and then, all right, go sit down.
So who would I know it's a team sport and you guys are winning games. Would you have anybody that's leading the way with goals, or people that have stepped up on the field as leaders that you kind of want to shout out, or the group effort is truly where it lies?
Yeah, I think it is a team effort. I think a lot of girls have stepped up this season. So I'll just say, like, we had a lot of girls that last season was their first season. So I think of like Emmy, Omnia, Elise, Mads, um, McKenna, even. Like, we had a lot of girls whose first season was last year, and it does take time to get comfortable with the indoor game and just know the strategy. Like, it is complex. It's it's just a way different pace of game compared to outdoors. So I feel like last year was like their building year, and then this year they're starting to each like individually shine, which has contributed to just overall like the impact of the team. But then we have like our veteran players like Emma, who is just like a force on the field. She's threatening on both sides of the ball. And so when you have a leader like that out there, it's easy to follow her and, you know, work hard because of it. We have Erica Boleski, who you'll see on the ground every single play, sliding all over the place, like
Need a player like
whatever
that.
it takes to win the ball. Love watching her play. Like, it's very intense. We have some girls coming back from having kids. On a hammer ski, she had a big goal for us at our home game to kind of secure the win. And, she just came back. This is her like first season back from having a kid. So I think everybody individually has just started to shine and come through. And then it, as a team, just makes us better. I don't think we play as like individual soccer. That's not our style. We're not trying to go 1v1 with everyone all over the field. We really are just a team. And when everyone does their job, that's how you find that success.
Tell us about the coaching change. What has been not necessarily like, personality wise, but like what has helped you guys with a new coaching staff? I don't know that the whole staff is new, but what have you guys seen kind of transition? Obviously, that's led you in the direction that you're in right now.
Yeah, Colin, our coach, has years of experience in the indoor space. He played for the Wings. Before it was the Wings, I think it was B-52s. He played with them. So, like, he's played for a very long time indoors. So he knows the indoor game, the indoor style, the indoor strategy. And he's just done a really good job, like, coaching and teaching us that all the way through. Like, it's not half a strategy, it's the whole strategy, and it's putting all those pieces together. So, and I think his coaching style just complements our group really well. Like, he's a chill guy. He gives feedback to the girls during practice. He is talking to individuals, telling them what they need to do. And that goes a long way in team sports, is that individual feedback, that group feedback, and just ability to pause practice. Hey, this is a concept we just talked about. This is where put that concept into play. So I think, yeah, it's just been great. And then Steven, he's been with us for a few years, but now his focus can be on goalkeepers. Like, that is his expertise. So he does a really good job at that. So he works with our goalkeepers. He played the game for a really long time too, so he can also provide input here and there on the field stuff. But I think we have the right people in the right spots coaching wise. But we have also had other people come in and help. Kevin Tenike and Fred has come and ran a couple practices for us. And I think just they all have different knowledge to share about the game. And it's all aligned, but it all comes across differently, which can resonate with players differently. So I think like the the different styles of coaching has been really helpful for us too. And Kevin is a legend in the space and a phenomenal defender. And so he's really helped us on our defensive shape and defensive strategies as well. So
That's awesome. I think hearing the buy-in, but also kind of the plug-in from the staff is a big shift and a big change, at least from what I know from the working with you guys last year and kind of hearing just between the lines, I guess, kind of what all was happening. It's kind of cool to see that structure really come together for you guys, and then obviously you guys are seeing the product and that come out on the field for you as well, which it kind of gets overlooked sometimes. It really does, because especially post grad stuff, because it's like, yeah, we all know how to play. We've been around the game for so long, blah 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 blah. But without the structure, the wheels come off the wagon pretty fast. And and like we just said, like being a team sport, you got to have all of it put together if you want your team to be successful. So it's fun to kind of see that happening, and seeing the girls happy, and excited, and just seeing that, 'cause we see you once a week, but like the belief that you mentioned, like I can tell that is there.
You can see the glow.
Yeah, like you see the athletes, like they have the belief level, and where it seems like it's kind of quote unquote worth it, if you will. Whereas towards the end of the last season, it was more so of the defeat, and it was just like, yeah, like another thing, just survive. And so seeing that, kind of all come to fruition and the things moving in a good direction, it's awesome to see you guys battle through the adversity and, do some cool things for the community. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, any other questions, guys?
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask, because if I tell my mom I met somebody from Council Bluffs, she's gonna be mad if I don't get their names. So what are your brothers' names, or what's your maiden name?
But my maiden name is Hightoff. I'm not
Oh,
married,
okay.
Wow.
so
You just got
You
yelled
know.
at.
Yeah, she yelled.
She yelled at you,
I'll
but
be
not with her
sure to send
voice,
my
but with her
Gutter-
eyes.
Gutter ball. But all right.
I'll send my boyfriend a clip of this during.
All right. Well, no pressure, man. No
Uh,
pressure.
We didn't purposely set that up. That was all on accident.
Yeah, but Ben and Sam.
Ben and
Hightoff,
Sam
those are
and
my
Allie. All right.
Yep.
He's sending it to the family chat right now.
They're gonna
I'm just
watch
sending it
this.
to my mom.
She's gonna watch this on YouTube later and be like, "I might know that one."
We can edit that part out if you want.
Yeah.
Are your brothers here, or are they back home?
My brother Ben lives here in Wichita, and my brother Sam lives up in Cedar Falls, where I went to college. So
My little brother, went to Cedar Falls for college. And he didn't go to UNI, but he went to the community college there. So
is that Allen? Community?
it's Hawkeye Community College. I think it's relatively new. I don't really know for
okay.
sure, or it used to be called something else. But my
Gotcha.
grandpa Mick, he also went to UNI. Also, I think it wasn't called UNI yet, but that's where he went as well. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I
Small world.
do have a question about Parisi and the partnership that you guys have. Do you feel like that has brought the team together and then increased the performance on the field? Like, is it it's another practice, but you've worked with Sheldon and you've worked with Sean. How has that changed the game for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's definitely helped with just like the group togetherness and having a space to go work out and go be together just outside of like a soccer practice. I think Sheldon, you'll see same faces usually at the pre-C, maybe a new face here and there, but I think it's a core group of us that go. And yeah, it's an opportunity where we can chat amongst ourselves too. I mean, we're focused and we're working hard, Sheldon, but we also get to we get to chat on the side or just kind of talk to different girls that maybe we don't get that opportunity in practices. So it definitely has been good from that. I've really enjoyed having workouts where I don't have to think of my workout and write it out, and I have a plan when I go to the gym. So that's been really nice. And then I really enjoy the different movements, and I've heard this from the other girls too, of just the intentionality of when we're there for our group session and like doing these different moves that we would never do on our own in the gym. Like you would not catch us doing any of that there. So it's just like an additional piece of accountability and like also learning new things, new movements. Like I don't know, what was that one you made us do? Like the fascia something
It's
where we're all
very
like,
big terms. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, fascia
Yes.
something,
Mm-hmm.
where
Yep.
we're bending in weird way. Like it's just, you know, working our muscles in different ways. And
They're just bulletproofing you.
Yes.
yeah, no, and it's great. And I think we've transitioned more now to like a recovery style session, which I feel is very helpful for the group, especially after a weekend of games, a week of practice. Just your ability to get out, move your body, and not like sit in that soreness. Like, let's move together, let's get some of that out. So, yeah, I think it's been really helpful, and we definitely appreciate that you guys are allowing us in your space and doing this for us.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. It's cool to get to know the girls. Obviously, we take a lot of pride in giving back to the community and finding ways to empower all the different organizations that we try to work with. And we have a deep running passion for, coaching, number one, and number two, like helping people understand things in a different look, in a different light on ways that they can move and how to move responsibly, but also just increasing performance metrics. And it's just different with the way that the Parisi program is, and it's just different education and different stuff. So it's good to be able to, one, meet with you guys in person once a week, which is awesome because that allows exactly what you said, like the outside of the soccer field camaraderie start to happen. Team gets to, everybody's still working, but it's also just a different space. And
Yeah.
we talk to parents about that all the time with our training here. It's like, yeah, you guys funnel them into sports practice, but they need somewhat of an outlet that's still different, but it's also still productive. And that doesn't matter what level of athlete it is, right? It's just a different environment, and it helps us be able to provide, better results and different results. And so it's been a lot of fun getting to know everybody and seeing the different ways that they go about their business and what they do. Um, some of them are dead serious and some of them aren't as serious, and that's okay, right? But we're gonna collect it as a group and just kind of keep pushing forward. And so it's been fun. It's been cool. We're excited to continue to do it. And, as you guys grow, we want to grow with you. And, I think the cool part is we both service, youth athletes as well. And I think that that's where the partnership really can continue to kind of blossom and be able to give back to just sports in general in our area and try to do different things there. So that side of it's been a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah.
Any other questions, boys?
I don't want to mess up again.
Well, yeah, she's gonna be putting pressure on this guy now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be getting hate mail.
Merry
We're gonna
Christmas,
be
boyfriend.
we're gonna be getting DMs like, dude, we just went to
You just
Lambeau. guys.
assume.
Like, come on. And we went to Nashville. That's where she was coming back from. That's why she couldn't come earlier this week. But
Bet you that
Yeah,
was fun.
I thought I gave you enough info to tell you like I was not going to be up and coherent at
well, even though
9:30.
you tell me, I'm still gonna ask, and I'm relentless in pursuit. But all right, so this is kind of we always kind of do this at the end, and as long as we don't have any other questions, I guess. But for you, whether it's for up and coming organization or up and coming athlete, right? No matter who might be listening to our podcast, hopefully there's somebody that does. But if you had one piece of advice or one thing that you wanted to tell someone as maybe they are continuing their sports journey and trying to do something cool, what would your piece of advice be? What would you tell them from your experience with a up and down club and going through adversity and being an owner slash player and wearing multiple different hats? Like what would your advice be to that next person trying to come up and do something?
Wow. Well, you could have warned me you were going to ask something like this so I
Nope.
could think. have
It's got to
20
come from
different
the heart. We
This
just
can't
gotta,
this can't be scripted.
Yeah, it's
Off
got to
the
come from
rip.
the heart.
Yeah.
That's true. I think one of the biggest things that have always stuck with me through my whole career in soccer, doesn't matter the role that I play, but just to really not take a minute on the field for granted. And I know that could sound cliche, but if after college, like when you look back, you're like, oh man, I wish I could play high school soccer again. That was so fun. Oh man, I wish I could have pushed a little harder in college and I wish I would have enjoyed those moments. Like little did I know all this ahead of me. Like I think we just naturally always look for the next thing, and I think it's really important to just sit and play each game like it truly is your last. I myself have torn my ACL 3 times where it's ended my season. I've had 4 knee surgeries, like, so I think I have this different perspective of like when you're sitting on the sidelines and you're unable to move your body and you just crave to just touch the field, like it makes those moments bigger for you. So just, yeah, don't take it for granted and be relentless in the pursuit of pushing for more.
Amazing advice. I love that.
If you don't want to tear your ACL 3 times, come to Parisi.
That also is amazing advice.
You
Gotcha.
know, yeah, that could be a whole nother probably podcast topic.
Oh, it
yeah,
can't.
it could be.
It should be.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hopping on. Appreciate everything that you're doing. Appreciate the arrows. Appreciate, the community drive that you guys have with your organization. I think that hopefully people that are listening to this, if they didn't know who you guys were, know a little bit more about the organization, but they know about you and kind of where your heart is and what you guys are trying to do. So hopefully, people go out, support the organization, even if you can't make it consistently, just go once and see if you like it, go and, find Allie and say hi and say, oh, hey, I just wanted to come see if, we heard you and we wanted to come check it out. Right. Like just go and go support, go check stuff out in our town. If we want to see cool things around here, stay here, then we got to get out there and support them and be a part of them. So do that, reach out to them. Where can people find you guys, like on social media and stuff like that? Plug that in there real quick.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook, just Aero FC looks up. Got our schedule out there. So we are lucky that all our last home games are like at the end of season. We have like 4 in a row. Like all our last 4 games are all at home. So
Nice.
opportunity to come catch us.
I'll get
there.
you some mascot ideas.
Yes, please do. Maybe we can have it for our final game of the season.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate your
You're
time for
welcome.
hopping on, and I will see you guys not this week, but maybe next week.
Yeah, sounds good.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.
Well, that was cool. I didn't know they did all that stuff in the community, and the zoo actually sponsors them. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was one of their old coach is actually how I got connected with them, who's obviously not coaching for him this year, but that was one of the first things he told me. He was like, yeah, man, like that never has happened before. So he was like, it's, going to be a cool thing. And I was like, sweet, let's do it.
Yeah, that's pretty
Like,
cool.
So it's cool. They're trying to do it a way that I think is more than just, hey, let's all get together and play. And that's what you see a
It's
lot of
more
times.
than a pickup team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
And
sure.
those
Absolutely.
don't last.
Right. Yeah. And they want to, the scholarship fund that they do and like the equipment stuff. And I don't know. It's awesome. Like it's just it's a cool avenue for people that want to stay around the sport and want to stay around here and play. And it's a way that can provide opportunity, because I think over time what you'll see is people that go and play for them eventually will find more opportunities because they're continuing to play, right? And rather than just hanging it up and being done, and some of those girls are, I mean, they're older than me. Like they're still kicking, they're still playing, which I think's awesome. So, it's we wish them the best, and hopefully it's successful. And like I said, people get out there and support them, and go check it out. But that's pretty much all I got. That was a good one. It was fun to talk about that.
That was
When you get
awesome.
out there, we'll go to their next home game and rep the crew. Maybe they'll pronounce Parisi correct this year.
Parasite.
Parasai was what it was last
Parasai.
year, which we just, we didn't complain about. We just rolled with it. We're just Parasai out there in the soccer world. It's Spanish for Parisi.
Whatever.
Portuguese, maybe.
When the translation picks up Parisi, it's per se.
Parasi. Parisi.
Yeah.
It's Italian.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, do
It's Italian.
you mind leading us in our closing prayer?
Eesh. No, I don't. I don't mind.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't
I'm
want to do it.
gonna have to do a bunch of editing because
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Lord, thank you for another day. Thank you for a great conversation. I just pray that you be with the Aeros as they grow that organization and continue to connect with the community. Thank you for connecting us with like-minded individuals who want to serve other people and are still trying to better themselves as well each and every day in any way they can. So just I pray that people can kind of see that example and run after it. And then in all we do, Lord, just honor and glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, that concludes episode 47, Aeros FC with Ali Hightoff. Excited for that to get out, and everybody can watch it if you didn't catch it live. And yeah, have a great day, and we'll see you soon.